Damn. Damn.
Hey!
Oh, sorry. Hey y'all, don't mind me. Just taking it all in. 2 years. God damn. On June 3rd, 2013, I posted my very first bookworm review of Fahrenheit 451. I had no idea what I was doing. My background was plain, my delivery was that of a robot, and you could totally tell I was reading off of a script. Unlike now when you can tell a fraction of the time. Some people would say doing a weekly book review web show is crazy. They're right. I honestly have no idea how I'm still doing this. Actually, I do. It's cause I'm crazily in love with books and want to share books of all kinds with you guys. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly. I mean, my God, I reviewed over 128 books in 2 years. Always learning, always changing. And today we are making one of the biggest leaps yet. I'm going to miss this, old boy. You were there when I started and followed me through thick and thin. Yet you always came through. Even when I dropped you for the millionth time. And now it is time for you to rest, my friend. For where I go, you cannot follow. To the new horizon of HD. I'm saying goodbye to a camera. This show really is making me crazy. Thank you, my friend.
Whoa! Oh. Higher resolution! Room! I actually have room! Ooh, new covers! And shiny! Window! Windows! This is going to take me some time to get used to. But enough of this nostalgia. Let's get into what you guys came here to really see. Me constantly failing trying to make a good review show about books. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, my name is David Popovich, aka the Bookworm, and welcome to Bookworm Reviews. Sit back and relax as we dive into Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray the Goddamn Man Bradbury. 面白くない世の中面白くすればいいさ Short version of this review, this book is pure brilliance, a testament to Bradbury being one of the literary greats whose roots can still be found today. A mysterious, twisted tale of the dark fantastic, with an idea that is not only heartwarming, but downright awe-inspiring. By the literary gods, you need to read this book right now! That is some high praise right there! But what is the story about to warrant such? Well, it follows two young boys, Will Holloway and Jim Nightshade, in the small Midwestern town of Greentown. Redundancy is redundant. Getting ready for Halloween like any other year. But one strange, wild, dark, long year, Halloween came early. One year, Halloween came on October 24th, 3 hours after midnight. And that was the October week when they grew up overnight and were never so young anymore. Why does that sound so familiar? They are greeted by a mysterious lightning rod salesman who finds the two teenage boys interesting. Howdy, boys, called the man all dressed in storm-colored clothes. Folks home?
Should have a seat right in that chair.
Do not answer him! For the love of God, do not answer him! Actually, he's there to tell the boys of a storm coming to Greentown that will be intertwined with their very lives. No ordinary storm, said the salesman. I know I've heard this story before! They think it's just another thunderstorm when they discover a special sign hanging in town. Coming October 24th, their lips move, shadowing the words said in Rocco type. Cougar and Dark's Carnival? They can't believe it! All carnivals stop after Labor Day. But on that very night, at 3 a.m., the engine, the flags, the cages, it's the carnival! But when they go off to see it arrive, they discover this is no ordinary carnival. And worse yet, Will's friend Jim, his body turned, but his eyes were fastened to those black flags, the great sideshow signs swarming with unguested wings, horns, and demon smiles. Whatever dark secrets the carnival holds can tear up their town and their friendship. Seriously, I know I've heard this story before, but I can't put my finger on it. Where have I heard this story before? Oh, right! It's a Goosebumps book! Something Wicked This Way Comes is one of those ripple effect books, where if you know your history, you can see how fellow writers were influenced by a single piece of work. Best example, John Carter of Mars. Sci-fi as we know it wouldn't exist without John Carter. You can't call yourself a sci-fi fan till you've read John Carter. I should read John Carter. And Something Wicked is the same. The closest example is R.L. Stine's Goosebumps series, with its tales of young kids encountering the dark fantastic. It is almost a mirror image. Only where Goosebumps was more in line with pulp horror, Something Wicked is... how do I word it? I want to say classy, but in a way that doesn't make me an asshole. It's more... refined. And you can even find it within the works of Neil Gaiman and Stephen King. How have I gone 2 years of this show and never talked about Stephen King? God, I suck. But what makes the book great are its themes of growing up, nostalgia, belief, and life in general. All of which are given with some of the most mesmerizing prose I've read. The whole thing is made up of allegories and metaphors that draw you into the novel, where it takes the simplest everyday things about life and making it fantastic. Even when it seemingly doesn't make sense. Stone Lion blew off the library steps, prowling the town now, looking for Christians. Won't find any. Got the only one in captivity here, and she's a good cook. Bosh, said Mom. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I love it. It also invokes a sense of nostalgia. This book is basically about Bradbury's own childhood. In fact, Greentown is based on his hometown of Waukegan, Illinois, with a golden autumn tint of the spirit of youth. Like all boys, they never walked anywhere, but named a goal and lit for it. Scissors and elbows. Nobody won. Nobody wanted to win. It was in their friendship. They just wanted to run forever. Shadow and shadow. And it's that spirit of nostalgic youth that hits with the book's characters. Like Will's father, who can't relate to his son cause Will makes me feel so old. Which in turn has made the two very distant. Will doesn't even call him his father. Here, a few feet off, was the janitor, the library man, the stranger. And it also comes into effect about where Will and Jim stand. Jim is that cynical kid who's too grown up for his age just by looking at the world's dirty laundry, while Will is the optimistic kid who's too young for his age with a more naive sense of the world. All of which comes ahead when the mysterious carnival rolls into town that could give the people what they want, but at a cost. Which leads to the boys meeting the book's villain, the illustrated man, Mr. Dark. And... woof! The second he enters the story, you are encumbered by his presence. He oozes charisma, to the point you almost believe in the things he offers. He is one of the best villains, period. Every scene he's in, every line of dialogue he says, every gesture he makes will send a chill down your spine. When he confronts Will's father, one of the best confrontations ever. This book is an experience. It's a book where it presents a seemingly no-win scenario, but finds a unique way that I don't think a single book today would even dare to try. I honestly say this is even better than Fahrenheit 451, a book whose main villain is named Mr. Dark. You want to get into Bradbury? Start here. You want to see where the works of Stein, King, and Gaiman come from? Start here. You want to have a reading experience like no other by undoubtedly the biggest book nerd who has ever existed? Start here. Something Wicked This Way Comes is a classic that will stay with you well after you put it down. Y'all need to read this book right now. What about you, Internet? What's your opinion about Something Wicked This Way Comes? And a very, very, very special shout out to each and every one of you who have watched me throughout the years. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You make this experience all the more interesting. If you have a book you would like me to review, let me know down in the comments. But the celebration doesn't stop here. Oh no, cause next week is June, and if you know me, that means only one thing. Pride Month is back, baby! Till next time, have a nice day.
Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me. I come